Over here is start from Starship Troopers Invasion, which is a CGI movie that takes place in the Starship Troopers universe. It was directed by Shinji Aramaki, who is famous for Appleseed. So this is Major Henry Varro, the sort of hero of Starship Troopers. What we really do great in the play arts line is sort of this articulation and armor and detailed sort of mech-looking characters. So this was definitely in our roundhouse. We also like to appeal to sort of niche, really cult, passionate groups of people. So that was one reason why we chose to take on this property.
Right. And as usual, you guys have accomplished great things.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, perfect.
So he's going to come out in April,
Yep.
and $89.99 is the retail point. It's a little bit higher than usual, just because we are working in a niche market where there aren't a lot of other Starship Troopers goods.
Right, and the collectors will pay that. Certainly.
Exactly.
So that makes sense.
Then moving on next to him is sort of the same story, but with a different niche in mind, is Zetman. So this is Zet, the main character of the Zetman anime. So this is sort of a very dark and very, I guess, like classic Japanese anime, very sort of like exploring ideas of what is justice, and we have this sort of dark anti-hero, and then to complement him, he kind of looks devilish, and then he sort of has to like learn to fight side by side with this more angelic figure who is trying to like right the wrongs of his family. So it's a complicated, dark, sort of twisty anime, but it's very popular in Japan, and sort of a niche, very passionate group of fans.
And just great styling you've accomplished, especially the delicacy of the points. Really amazing. And they certainly almost look sharp on the elbows there, so really very well done. And it looks like a swappable head and maybe a tail?
Yeah, he comes with a tail, so there's actually a removable plate on the back of the figure where you can attach the tail. It's very impressive.
And even the detail on the back is even fantastic.
It's a highly articulated figure. All of them are at least 26 points of articulation, usually more. And most of them come with different swappable hands, heads, accessories.
And yeah, so the accessories pictured there are
yes,
what held
they
that, right?
actually come with
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So then moving on, long partnership with DA.
Yes.
So here, from sort of like their latest offerings, Medal of Honor Warfighter. This is sort of your default hero, Tom Preacher from Medal of Honor Warfighter. We paid really careful attention to detail. You can see the printing on his gloves, his stubble, even the camouflage patterning on his outfit. It's all very, very finely detailed. Yeah. So this is one of our sort of human-like characters, and so it's sort of a change of pace for us, but it's a welcome change of pace. And then next to him, from upcoming Dead Space 3, is Isaac Clarke, the protagonist of the Dead Space series. And he comes with his signature plasma cutter, but also this time around he's kind of getting to be a little bit more of a beefy action hero, at least in the Play Arts Kai line. And so he's getting this really other cool gun weapon to come with.
It's pretty serious.
Exactly.
Wow.
So this takes place in sort of like frozen Arctic setting, so you can see that in the design and stuff.
Yeah, I really dig this one. The design is just amazing.
And so these are both coming out this June, and they'll both retail for $79.99.
Great. And he has kind of another super complex gun down there.
He's actually originally like an engineer, so this is a plasma cutter for cutting into like the sides of snow, ice, rock.
Perfect.
And then next to them, from Tekken Tag Tournament 2, this is the main protagonist, Kazuya Mishima, and his mother, Jun Kazama. She's very young looking because they're set in different time periods. But what we've really, I think, accomplished here is great detail of the texturing of the fabric on Kazuya's outfit. The embroidery, it really looks like it's hand-stitched, even though it's all still made of plastic.
That's amazing. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was a soft good or not through the glass.
And then the printing of the ravens on June's outfit as well, and there's sort of this beautiful chrysanthemum pattern on her cloak.
Yeah, okay. Yep, I see that. That's great.
So we really are like finally pay attention to the details, paint application, articulation.
Along with the printing on the gloves there too, it does seem like there's a little more of the kind of the artistic side of the.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really great. Just when you think, what more can you guys do, then you do that.
There we go.
All right. Awesome.
So, another long partnership with Capcom. So from Devil May Cry 3 are Dante and Virgil, sort of the main protagonists. These guys come in a large, beautifully designed box with all of these crazy accessories that you see here. So Dante comes with like a guitar, 2 guns, and a sword, and then Virgil comes with 2 swords and a sheath. And then of course exchangeable hands for increased accessibility. Really beautiful figures, and these are actually available now at $69.99.
Okay. Now, and is that a soft good on the sword, or is that all?
No, this
still?
is all PVC.
Yeah.
So some of it we use different sort of levels of softness on the PVC. So some
it's
things are hard, it's
flexible,
flexible,
but,
yeah, for increased visibility.
But I mean, yeah, it looks very natural.
Yeah. And so then over here, our long-running successful Street Fighter series. We actually had thought that we had sort of stopped making Street Fighter characters, but there was so much fan demand for more characters that we decided to revisit this partnership with Capcom. So
just when you thought you were out, they pull you back in. You know?
So these guys, Guile and Ibuki will be the first ones out this May. So up here to the left is Guile, and then over here is Ibuki, the female ninja and the American hero. So these guys are going to be $69.99. They're a little bit bigger than previous figures, but that is also going to knock out the price point a little bit. But they're very impressive and very true to the game. So these are as they appear in Super Street Fighter 4. We also have Sakura Casadano, Ryu's main fangirl, and then Ken Masters, his best friend and rival.
Great. Somehow you got even more energy in the punch than you've even had before. So it's fantastic.
So then over here for Resident Evil 6, the main protagonists Leon and Helena. So this is the latest entry into the Resident Evil franchise.
And so these are more prototypes, or?
Yeah, these are prototypes. This is the first time we're showing these prototypes, so that's why they appear in this gray.
Yeah, sure.
They're going to be in full color in their final version. So, and some details may change over the course of the group.
Yeah, that's fine. Totally understandable. But they're looking great, even at this point. So, fantastic. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And let me know if you need this one now.
So yeah, over here are our own properties. So Kingdom Hearts has been really successful and really popular series for us. So the first things that we're going to be releasing this year in May are Tron Legacy versions of Sora and Riku as they appear in Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. $69.99 is the price point. They both come with three Keyblades. So
which are amazing.
I know.
They're so bright.
So for a fan of Kingdom Hearts, which I am, I think you're going to be really delighted to get your hands on these. Sora with his signature grin and Riku looking stoic and cool as always. We're also going to be later releasing Sora and Riku as they appear sort of in their standard forms in Dream Drop Distance. They'll come with the same sets of Keyblades, but this time in their standard colors.
Okay.
And then the Formation Arts Diorama Sculpture Series appear from Kingdom Hearts 2. This is the Disney Characters Formation Arts. This is our third volume of these. So this time around, in previous Formation Arts, we've sort of focused on single characters, Riku, Roxas, Sora, but this time we're sort of trying to capture each world of Kingdom Hearts 2. So you're seeing Little Mermaid, Halloween Town, Destiny Islands, where the whole adventure begins, and Tron.
Fantastic. Oh. Yeah, that's neat. I like how Tron snuck in there.
Exactly.
Good. Yeah, those are always a lot of fun. It's neat to see the new ones.
So those will come as a set of 4, all packaged together.
And what's the release time on those guys?
The release time is still up in the air. Sometime this year. Everything we're showing is probably going to come out this year.
Before the holidays, so.
Yeah, exactly. So, sort of a return to Final Fantasy VII, probably one of our most beloved games in Advent Children, which is a sort of sequel film, CGI film set in the world of Final Fantasy VII. We're going to have a whole line of Claire Arts Kai, and the first one out is actually going to be Rufus Shinra, sort of the villain of Final Fantasy VII in a way, and then sort of is he a villain, is he a good guy in Advent Children. So this is one of the first times we've had a removable bust in a character, so it's definitely going to be a very cool and a new spin on Rufus. He comes with the Chinoba box and his signature shotgun weapon. And then next is Yuffie from Advent Children. My boss is a big fan of her, so he made sure to pose her exactly in character.
Just how he wanted it.
Exactly. And then, of course, Vincent Valentine, who, believe it or not, will probably look even more impressive in color with his flowing red cape.
The cape is amazing. Like, wow.
And again, like we were saying before, this is soft PVC for increased movability of his arms. You'll probably be able to actually move the cape a little bit. It'll have some articulation. Lots of different kinds of posing.
Very nice. See, those look fantastic.
These are our Trading Arts kind minis. They're sort of cute little chibi, super deformed versions of our famous Final Fantasy characters. So we actually have 2 waves of these out already, including Tidus, Yuna, Cloud, Squall, and Lightning. And so the next ones out will be Aerith, Sephiroth, and Rinoa from 7 and 8.
Okay.
And then here's some Advent Children versions of beloved characters Tifa, Lockhart, Yuffie, and Cloud.
Look fantastic. And so they have interchangeable faces.
Yes,
and
interchangeable faces and interchangeable bodies. So
Yeah.
you're basically getting 2 for the price of 1, on top of all the great accessories that they come with.
All right, then, and again, do we have the kind of a little softer PVC on them, or are they pretty rigid? How does
They're
that?
you know, it's sort of in between.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that they're totally rigid, but then, you know, these arms are articulated and they actually move, and so do other parts.
Great.
So
great.
yeah.
I couldn't tell, but that's perfect.
They also all come with these display stands that are shown here, and these cute little dialogue bubbles with the text from inside the game in Japanese.
And they come with a dialogue
Yeah.
bubbles. All right, that's neat. Okay.
So this is sort of our big showcase case for New York Toy Fair. From Batman Arkham City, we have Harley Quinn. She's got some really beautiful detailing on her. I'm a big Harley Quinn fangirl myself.
Absolutely.
I like seeing the return to the black and red motif, and you can tell there's some really fine details that we've gotten on her, including her Mr. J Joker tattoo on her lower hip. And she also has an armband tattoo. So
Once again, that great printing that you guys have given us.
exactly. So she comes with a bat and 2 automatic rifles, so she's deadly but cute.
She's all set.
And then Poison Ivy, also as she appears in Arkham City, she has her Arkham inmate jacket. And these vines, you can't tell from how we post them, but they'll actually have movable wire inside them, so they're going to have this whole new level of articulation.
That is really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, great
And
idea.
the same goes for this flower stand that she comes with. The vine that wraps around her leg will also be partially articulated with wire.
Oh, that's a neat piece. Yeah, awesome.
So then over here, this is our big reveal for Toy Fair, the DC Universe variants, Play Our Kai. That's a tentative title, but basically we're working really closely with Warner Brothers to reimagine these classic DC Universe characters with more of a Japanese spin, sort of cyberpunk, like think plug suit. So Batman kind of has a samurai look going on, so it's a whole new Japanese take on classic American characters.
They are really remarkable.
So the first wave is going to be coming out hopefully this summer, and that includes all of these color prototypes that you see,
Great.
Batman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. And then the second wave will include The Flash and Batgirl.
That's fantastic. Try to get around the glare. Really great looking. Okay.
And then over here from the Dark Knight trilogy, we have Heath Ledger Joker. This is going to be a really, I think, amazing product for us. It was one of the most memorable portrayals of any character basically ever. Yeah. So he comes with 2 exchangeable heads, including the clown mask from the bank robbery scene in the opening of the film, and then sort of a sweaty smudge. You can see like his makeup is running on this other alternate head.
Oh wow, yeah.
Kind of give like a manic Joker.
Mm-hmm.
He comes with the knife shown, alternate hands, and a couple of playing cards to pose him.
Got all of the cards. That's great. That's great.
And then Selena Kyle, or Catwoman, as she appears in The Dark Knight Rises, as portrayed by Anne Hathaway. It's not a perfect likeness, it's more like our take on these characters. And she's actually one of the first times we've ever had a removable hairpiece. So you see she comes with goggles up and goggles down head, but she also comes with hair flowing down and hair flowing in the wind. So I think that's a really cool touch.
Cool, and that's like basically the first time you guys have done
basically,
that?
yeah.
All right.
We've had some removable hair parts before, but I think not quite to this extent.
Okay, all right.
And then, of course, the man of the hour, Batman. He comes with his grappling hook, boomerang, I think a couple of other smaller accessories, and a bevy of exchangeable hands.
Yeah, I see. There's a whole pile of hands there, so very good.
And again, like the other characters with capes, this is going to be a soft PVC. You're going to have a little bit of articulation, so you have some choices on those.
Great.
And then Bane, the villain of Dark Knight Rises, and he actually comes with a crushed cowl, sort of symbolizing his defeat of Batman.
Right. Look at that. Very nice accessory.
Yeah.
And so then these are, of course, more of the classic, a little more of a classic style, closer to the movie version.
Yeah, exactly.
Those look great. Awesome.
And we also have in development.
Okay.
We are trying to maintain an air of mystery, so we can't show.
Can I even
you
put
can
that
totally
in?
take the PR.
Because I've certainly seen that around the show, Superman is very under wraps.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, you know, it's going to be a whole new take on the Man of Steel. So it's going to be a Superman like you've never seen before. So I think everyone just really wants to suspend the mystery.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
We also don't want to show him until he's perfect. We're hoping
totally
to have him sort of released around the time of the movie, but you know, it might be a little bit off of that.
Okay.
And so Halo 4, the Halo franchise has been really successful for us. Again, this really gets into our roundhouse of like beautiful neck sculpting and armor sculpting.
Yeah. It's just like even more detailed than ever.
Exactly. So the Halo, these are actually this first wave that's available now, Master Chief and Spartan Warrior. The display samples that we have here are not prototypes. These are actually retail samples.
Wow.
So to give you an idea, you know, sometimes you see a prototype and you're like, wow, but then you like see it in the store and you're like, hey.
What happened?
Yeah. So just to give you an idea of how well it translates from prototype to retail, this is definitely, you know, a great example.
Yeah. So this is what we can go out right now and buy.
Exactly. So yeah, pick one up today.
It's
Master Chief.
take-home
We've also paid some special attention to details of Master Chief to make sure this is a new Master Chief as he appears in Halo 4. So there's like some damage on his armor. The painting and the brushing is really carefully done. And then a Spartan Warrior, who's an option in Spartan Ops. And then also Spartan Sarah Palmer, who is sort of a very important character in Spartan Ops and in the Halo 4 universe. And then the Spartan Soldier. So the second wave is going to come out in April, and Master Chief and Spartan Warrior retail for $64.99, but Spartan Palmer and Spartan Soldier are going to retail at around $69.99.
Okay, fantastic.
And I also wanted to address something. There's been a lot of demand with our line to include display stands, and actually starting with this Master Chief and Spartan Warrior display stands will be included inside the packaging.
Okay.
So we've heard you, and we're trying to answer the call. And
now, is it these stands we're seeing here, or these are these?
No, it won't be these stands.
Okay.
These are our display stands for show.
Yes.
But it will be sort of a lot like our classic Hexa stands.
Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, not these stands, but stands nonetheless.
Similar, yes.
Okay. Great. I don't want to put my false information on there in your demo.
Of course.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, these
we have
are
one.
Very special, like handcrafted.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So here from Metal Gear, we've actually had a really successful run with Metal Gear as well. We work super closely with Kojima Studios, who makes the games. We get their input every step along the way. We're definitely, love working with them. It's been a very successful partnership, and we love bringing these characters to life as play arts. So, for the first time ever, Liquid Snake. These two are the first times we're showing these prototypes.
Exciting.
Yeah. And then also from Metal Gear Solid 2, this is the protagonist Raiden. They come with all of these accessories, even this enormous bazooka.
I was just enjoying the enormous bazooka. Very nice. Oh, those look great. And you got a guy hiding in the corner even.
Exactly.
Okay.
So from the upcoming game, this is coming out, I think, next week or a week after. It's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. The protagonist of this game is Raiden, but he has a different look than how he appeared in Metal Gear Solid 2. He's become sort of way more cyborg now. But I think this is one of the most staggering figures that we've ever done. Just in terms of like its size, it's about 12 inches tall. It comes with so many accessories and so much articulation that we actually had difficulty picking just one pose for him. So this one's coming out in April. It will be $69.99.
And what we see here is final, pretty much. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. We actually have retail sample on display at Diamond Comics if you want to get a look at that. And there isn't much variation at all.
Great.
So even his sheath is articulated for his sonic sword. He comes with a knife, 3 kunai, like alternate hands and feet, a removable faceplate. So you see this carapace that we have sitting right here is actually when he comes with standard, and we've put his faceplate on. But he does have a fully sculpted face underneath there.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, good. I'm glad.
And again, if you want to get a view of the face, we do have another on
Check
display
it out,
diamond.
diamond.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the
You're
demo.
very welcome.